So this is it, another damage discovery for Mael. As you can see, I've posted a video that shows Mael is still dealing 1 billion damage even after being nerfed. But what if I told you she can now deal more than 3 billion damage? As you can see, my damage deal here is around 3.1 billion, which is bigger than in our previous video. I can even reach 3.4 billion if I max out my parries and dodge using empowering parry and empowering dodge. Also, I mentioned in a past video that Cerezo can give bonus damage to his allies, but after testing it doesn't work. Someone discovered that there's an actual bug. Powerful and Cerezo contradict each other. So in order to use Cerezo bonus damage for allies, you need to remove the powerful buff. We're also not going to use Medallum anymore. It's a great starting weapon you can use in the early phase of the game because it activates Virtus Stance easily. But since we now have some Pictos or skills that can trigger Virtus Stance at the beginning of the battle, we'll be using Malarum. Based on our testing, Malarum has the highest attack power we can get. Here's the breakdown. Iverum 10,486 attack power, Sakarum 10,585 attack power, the Medallum 9,074, and the Malarum is 11,192. Malarum scales with Vitality and Luck, so you need to max out the Vitality and Luck in the attributes. For Pictos, if you're a subscriber or watching my past videos, you're probably already familiar with what we are using. But this time we need Gradient Fighter, Solo Fighter, and Last Stand Critical for Mael. Gradient Fighter gives 25% increased damage with gradient attacks. Solo Fighter deal 50% more damage if fighting alone. Last Stand Critical gives 100% critical chance while fighting alone. Now for the buff Pictos, we will remove anything that gives powerful. For the shielding mechanics, we'll need Shielding Tint, which adds +2 shields when healing. This is important. Without it, the max shield we can get is only 8, and I'll explain later why that matters. The setup is Mael, Shell, and Verso. At the start of the battle, trigger Healing Tint to add +2 shields, and of course, last chance to trigger Virtus Stance. You can also use Auto Death and Survivor and use Mezzoforte to stock warming up damage. For the two supporting allies, Shell and Verso, you don't need Taco Chance here. Replace Second Chance with Survivor because we need them both at 1 HP. That way we can easily eliminate them using Healing Tint since they are inverted. On Shell's next turn, she usually uses Fortune's Fury for Mael and Intervention on Verso. Verso is using the Cerezo weapon, which gives bonus damage from Perfection to all allies at half value. So we need to at least reach rank S before Mael's turn. His first turn is to use Healing Tint to eliminate Shell. Also don't forget to remove Shielding Death to Shell so she can't give Verso 3 shields. Why? Because we also need Verso to die instantly after his second turn. If he has shields, he won't die, and Solo Fighter and Last Stand Critical for Mael won't trigger. For Verso's second turn, use Break to apply all status effect. Don't forget Quick Break so he gets a third turn, then use Healing Tint to eliminate him. You can also add Slowing Break so Mael gets the next turn after Verso. But if you want more damage from Empowering Parry and Touch, let the enemy take their turn after Verso. On Mael's third turn is Gumaj and you can deal 3 billion damage. It's a long setup but the damage is super satisfying. And of course we are using the Pictos we have gathered across the continent. This is the one of the ways to enjoy the game, by maximizing all of that and dealing the highest possible damage. The build is easy if you have watched and copied my past videos. Honestly, the devs need to nerf these weapons because they can still do billions in damage. These kinds of build can break your first playthrough if you know how to optimize damage with Pictos, buffs, and turn orders. Thanks for watching the video and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Peace out.